Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Kitty G, and I'm back again with another video on EGTV. You know what? I just want to say shout out to the people who are in the stream with me. Big up to the guys. I just want to give a special shout out to all the subscribers. It's 1 year since I posted my first video on this channel, and you know what? It's crazy. 745 videos. This is the 745th video on my channel in 1 year. That's ridiculous, first of all. And then second of all, I'm at 8K subscribers. I'm over 2.3 million views. Like, this is just crazy, and this whole journey has been crazy. Shout out to everybody who's helped me out through this whole thing, and let's just get this show started the right way. Do me a favor, guys, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna get this show started. But yeah, let me get a shout out to all the guys who are here. We got Mojo here. Mojo, what's good? Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Howler.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
Always.
Wow.
Flipping out, man. I'm just trying to not create too much noise whilst you're talking in there. But nah, it's good to be back, man. Missed out on last week. It's good to be back, and I'm excited to talk football as always, man.
There you go. We got Hussam here, and guys, Hussam's link to his channel, This Is Football, is in the description of the video. Don't forget to click on that and subscribe to him also. Hussam, what are you saying?
Happy to be here, ever present. I'm the Jordan Henderson of this channel, always available, always here, no excuses. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not throwing shade at anyone. I'm just saying no excuses, always here. Congratulations to Igal, 1 year, inshallah, more and more years to come with success, inshallah, and good health and everything. So congratulations to you. Happy to be here in first place as always. So I can't really hear any of you guys from down there, but that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say.
Okay, we're gonna get into the places, but of course Hussam gave it away. He is in first place again. And you know what? There was a slight error statistically on my end to begin with, and then I think who was the one that pointed out? Alan, you pointed out first, so I'll throw it to you. What did you think about that? And also, how you doing, man?
I think it's shocking that your point counting ability is in the mud a bit, to be fair. But no, it was, I spotted it. I think Hussam gained 2 points on me, over me and Neeks. But we're catching you with a 1 week less, so I wouldn't celebrate too soon, Hussam.
Oh my God, I'm not gonna lie to you. The way Neeks and Alan are picking up points, you wouldn't think they even missed 1 week. The way they're just picking up points week in, week out, it's impressive. It's very impressive. But yeah, guys, what happened the week before? I just kind of forgot. Arsenal won a game. Is that something we should be speaking about? No.
Hey!
It was inevitable. I said after the break you'd pick up like 10 or 12 points in 5 games, and it'll be fine now with Arsenal fans. Like, it'll be trusted process again. So it's going to happen.
Okay, so you think it's going to be trusted process again? I can tell you right now categorically that I don't think that's going to happen the way you think it is. But hey, what about what happened in your game, the Chelsea game?
3-0, bro. Comfortable win. I was happy. I was there. Lukaku just scoring goals for us as usual. It's beautiful, man. I can't even complain.
Okay, and then Liverpool. Everyone thought Leeds were going to take down Liverpool.
Including Mojo, who always makes crazy shit predictions.
I did.
But anyway, thought now because Rafinha's back, suddenly Leeds are gonna win this game, bro. I would play Leeds every week. I would have no problem whatsoever with playing Leeds every week. Leeds are comfortable opposition to play for the big teams, expansive football, hit them on the counter, destroy them. So it's just light work. Obviously, wishing Harvey Elliott a speedy recovery. So big ups to him. But besides that, phenomenal game, 3-0. Mane almost made me want to punch my television, but we ended up with 3-0. So I'm gonna take that, 3 points, clean sheet, and Igal flying under the radar because everyone's just like, oh, Chelsea this, City this, United that. Liverpool just flying under the radar. Look at this. Oh, first place. Oh, look at this.
So whoever doesn't know, this is the actual score right now on the scoreboard. It is Hussam in first, once again in first place. Patrick close behind him with 27. Neeks jumping ahead to third, overtaking Mo and Alan. Mo jumping. Wait. What is this? What am I doing? I'm sorry. This was correct.
You have a problem with numbers or something?
Yeah. Would you like a
calculator? I don't know what happened. Anyways, Alan is in fifth. He's not tied with Mo. And then I am last. You see how I try to give myself fifth there somehow? That doesn't work that way. Even if you guys were tied for fourth, I'd still be in sixth. But yeah, I am still in the bottom of the group. But this week is where it changes. This week is the week where things change, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do something different, and I'm gonna win.
You know what's embarrassing about this table, Igal? The fact that Neeks is above both you and Mo, even though he had 1 week less. That's actually quite embarrassing. That's all I have to say on that, because it's just Mo. You let someone go ahead of you even though they had 1 less week.
All right.
Next time,
Hussam, hold the brakes. Hold the brakes.
Mo.
You have to understand one thing, right?
Liverpool wins.
I only got 3 points. I only got 3 points in week 1, bro. I might as well have not played. That's how bad my first week was. So it doesn't really.
That's not my fault. Not my fault.
No,
that's
I'm just saying. My first week was bad.
I actually think I got the highest points in week 1.
I didn't. I got double digits.
Out of Patrick and Mo, I had the highest points next to Hussam. I had 5, and somehow that lead didn't do nothing for me. By the way, our guests, Prime, got the lowest points in the history of our of this prediction show. He got 2 points, guys.
God damn!
Wow.
He predicted Newcastle to beat United, so he deserved.
He has some crazy predictions, didn't he?
Yeah, he predicted Newcastle to beat Man United at Old Trafford. So he
look at them. Let's look at
What?
some of these predictions. Let's look at some of these predictions. So these are some of their predictions. Oh, what's going on?
You're gonna have
Where'd
to
they go?
It's not
I'm having a howler.
It's not just numbers you have problems with, is it, Igal?
Okay.
Microsoft Word.
Okay, so there we go. So there's Prime's prediction. So he had Palace to draw against Spurs.
Zoom in a bit more. Zoom in.
That was a
Zoom
good
in a
one.
bit more.
He had Arsenal to draw.
see the number.
He had Brentford to win. He had Leicester to lose to Man City, which was one of his points. Man United to lose to Newcastle. West Ham to win against Southampton. A draw versus Wolves and Watford, and he spelled Watford wrong. Chelsea to win, so that was his other point. Leeds to draw 3-3, and Everton and Burnley to draw. So that was terrible. My guy Dua got 6, and Euro Expert got 5. As you guys can see, this was a quite close week. We all got 7 or 8 or 9 points. Neeks did the best with Alan, and then second is Mo and Pat. Hussam and me came in third with 7 each. So yeah, let's now move it on to this week. But before we do that, let's talk about what happened. Crystal Palace put Spurs, so we need to chat about that.
You've been waiting for that all stream. I saw your face lights on.
What? So guys, let's talk about Patrick Vieira and his statement. He made a statement after the game. They're like, well, how does it feel beating Spurs? He's like, you know what? Well, in my career, I've never known what it felt like to lose to them. So there you go. Let's talk about it. Alan, how did it feel? You did predict a draw. So out of everybody here, you had the least expectations for this game.
Alan just does the typical Spurs fan
so
thing.
Why did you guys lose?
I'm going to predict a loss just in case.
Hussam, I didn't predict a loss. I predicted a draw because it's typical Spurs. Like, I think, although we normally do well against them, it's been quite close at their ground. Like the season before was a 1-1 draw as well, so I thought it was going to be a draw. I've said in any stream I've ever been in, coming to the Chelsea-Arsenal game is when we're going to start losing. It just happened a week earlier. It was a shocking performance from the manager, his tactics, to the people playing. Crap across the board, and it's only going to get worse this weekend against Chelsea.
Interesting. Okay. I'm going to say this. Tottenham were average and without Son.
We were worse than average. We were awful.
And without Son, you guys actually look a lot worse. I think Son was the big spark in your team last year. And a lot of those assists from Kane were coming from Son. Yeah. Without Son and Kane not fit and firing, you might struggle again this year.
My prediction for the Premier League table was us 7th and you 8th again. And I think it could be that or vice versa. I don't think either of us are going to make indents into the top 6 at all.
You see how you're trying to include me into this? Leave me out of it. I already know my team's not good.
Well, no, but I'm hyping Arsenal up more than what they are at the moment because you're, 16th? So I'm putting you higher than what you are at the moment. That's a bonus, isn't it? You think you're going to be higher than 7th or 8th?
Look at the Chelsea fan and the Liverpool fan, just like you guys worry about that. Okay.
Do you see yourself as higher as 7th or 8th this season?
I thought we were gonna finish 5th, but I don't know about that anymore. I honestly don't.
Look, smoking when you thought that.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Did something happen midweek? A competition that you guys play in that we used to play in? I've never. The sad thing is, Mo, for the time that I've been living in the UK, I've never seen a Champions League night.
What?
Yeah.
Not once.
For the time that I've lived in the UK, for the 3 years that I've lived in the UK, I've never seen a Champions League night.
Damn, that's a shame, bro.
Since 2018, we've never been in the Champions League. While I've been here, so it's like my first Champions League experience in person is going to be Man City.
Wow.
Because their tickets are free, right? They're basically you just show up. They're begging people to show up.
They've got many empty seats as well, so it's it's quite.
That's
easy.
so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. The way Pep had to beg them to come to the stadium is just so embarrassing. So embarrassing, bro.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, Mo, how was the Chelsea game?
Bro, the Chelsea game, man, it was weird, man. The first half, we scored a goal, and somehow we started looking worse off for it. And so the first half, for me, at least personally, it was very frustrating, but it was very obvious to see why it was like that. And I think certain individuals in the team just didn't have the best showing of themselves. And that unfortunately kind of like hicked us up in that first half in particular. I feel like Hudson-Odoi being at that right wing back position was somebody that was getting exposed a lot, which left Chalobah quite exposed to and Ollie Watkins and a few overlapping runs. Then you have Saul, who I think just wasn't ready for the intensity and the pace of the Premier League, which didn't help our situation as well. But obviously, Romelu Lukaku, for me, that's all I can say at this point, man. The guy is getting a chance and he's putting them away, and that's helped us massively. But also the changes that we made, I think, from the manager are very much what I like about this manager. He's not someone who's reactive and waits for the situation to go really badly. He's someone who's proactive and can see things need to be changed when it needs to be changed, and he did it. And that second half for me was much more comfortable, much more dominant, and much more easy for us to actually watch as fans. And honestly, getting that third goal, my God, man, that hyped me up. The fact that we have a striker that can score goals like that, I don't know, man. I'm just praying that this sort of form from Romelu Lukaku continues as long as possible, because I personally, as much as I want to hype Chelsea up right now and say, like we're playing the best football and all of that stuff, we're not even in third gear yet, bro. It's the way I'm looking at it. We're in second gear, still trying to get into third gear, and we're just somehow getting games.
That's cap. Because you played fifth gear against Liverpool. You played fifth gear against Liverpool.
That's why you're favourites. That's why you're favourites for me.
We played what?
You played fifth gear against us.
In terms of what? Are we talking about the defensive side of things? Or
intensity, bro. That was a very high intensity game.
No, so you could say
the other games I would agree with you, but the Liverpool one, I think you played very high intensity.
I would agree with you, but I generally, the red card for me ruined it. So as far as I can see it, taken away by that in my eyes at least. But yeah, I feel like that's how we kind of going about it. But the fact that we're picking up points is the most important thing. Right now, I'm not really focused on the performances too much. I want us just to get the fitness and get the personnel correct. And as long as we do that whilst getting the points on the board, I'm cool, man. I'm happy.
Okay, let's talk about Liverpool's stupendous game. And was that the opening goal, the Salah goal from the pass from Alisson, or was that the second goal? Because
my God, that goal, the Trent one, you mean, or the Salah one?
The Salah one.
The Salah one, that was a pass from Origi, bro. Divock Origi, aka the Belgian Ronaldinho. You saw that assist, bro. If you saw that assist, that would make no sense. How the hell could Divock Origi pull off assist like that? I have no idea. The man literally, with his back to a defender, pulled it up, volleyed it above the defender into his pass. So listen, European royalty, this is just what happens when Liverpool play in the Champions League. You guys can deny it all you want. The only hostile atmosphere in England in the Champions League is Anfield. That's it. The only hostile one. Besides that, it's all like City are begging them to go into the stadium. Chelsea obviously have European pedigree, but it's still not at the level. The others, I shall not speak. They lost to a team called Young Boys, so we shall not mention them. But besides that, there were 13 Champions League titles between the two teams on display. And listen, in true Liverpool versus AC Milan fashion, very dramatic. We are 1-0 up, then it's suddenly 2-1 out of nowhere. Like, I was doing the watch along, I was literally, how are we 2-1 down? Because it made no sense. I have never seen a team pepper another team as much as we did in that first half and still somehow end up being 2-1 down at the end of the half. It made no sense to me whatsoever. But then, obviously, second half comeback, Jordan Henderson with a Gerrard-esque finish. for the final and winning goal. And obviously towards the end, Liverpool, like I think the one good thing I liked as well, when we were 3-2 up, there was no panic for the remainder of the game. So we were very solid in defense. Even with Giroud coming on, I feared a bit of the worst, including with Giroud coming on. But however, I think we dealt with it well. So 3 points, and the good thing is Atletico and Porto drew, Igal. So right now we're obviously 3 points ahead of everyone else in that group.
Okay, guys, breaking news. Alan, are you watching the Spurs Conference League game?
No, I bet we're losing now.
No, it's not that bad. You guys are drawing 2-2 versus Rennes with 76 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
At this point, this is ridiculous.
It's not a full strength team, but we're a shambles at the moment. We are. It's as simple as that.
Oh, it's 2-2.
It's
Yes.
2-2, yeah.
Yo, let me just tell you guys, they have Doherty, Tentanga, Rodin, Ben Davis, Ndembele, Oliver Skip, Brian Gill, Bergwijn, Lucas Moura, and Kane in the team. You're telling me that team is not good enough to beat Rennes?
We are good enough to beat Rennes, but I said at the beginning of the season, I'm not comfortable with the manager, and it looks like I'm being proved right.
Okay. So Nuno out is trending, by the way, on social media as we speak.
I don't doubt that. For me, it's not the manager I wanted, and it's showing quite quickly that he's simply like Mourinho, defense-minded.
Just out of interest, Alan, who did you want for manager?
Conte.
I wanted it wasn't Conte. I wanted to begin with Nagelsmann or Ten Hag, somebody like an attack-minded manager who's willing to play open football, because we've got players that can play to that. We haven't really got the best defense, so to play defensive, that's why Mourinho come unstuck, and that's why I think Nuno will as well.
Okay, so let's start with the Premier League predictions, because we spoke about everything else. We spoke about some competition called the Champions League. We spoke about the Conference League. We're not going to speak about the Europa League because no one really cares about that, since Arsenal are no longer in it. It's no longer fun, and Spurs are not in it either, so it's no longer fun, right? And let's get into the predictions. Last week was very interesting because a lot of the favorites did win. There was not really many upsets barring Spurs. So let's see what people are doing this week. Newcastle versus Leeds. I personally think Newcastle played decent against Manchester United for spells and then ended up losing. But I think Leeds are too good I just think Leeds are just too good for Newcastle, and they're going to beat them convincingly, in my opinion. And it's going to be a situation where you see Leeds 2, Newcastle 1. It's going to be tight, but they're going to get it. They're going to take them out with 2-goal lead, and Newcastle might peg one back later on. You have Patrick, who went with a 3-1 Leeds, and you have Neeks, who went with a 3-2 Leeds. And I'm going to throw it to you, Mojo. What are you saying?
Yo, and I'm not really too far away from what you're saying. I feel like Leeds are definitely too strong for Newcastle United, and Newcastle for me, it's a weird team. As much as they had moments in that Man United game, it was very obvious to me that they didn't really come up with good plan in terms of actually finishing chances, and they were very bad at just that final third, and that's definitely going to be something that's going to affect them. Leeds United for me are a strong team that unfortunately has had like some really tough fixtures starting up, and then I do feel like they're going to recover in this game. I'm predicting a 3-1 victory for Leeds United, and even though it's an away game for them, I still see them actually doing this.
Okay, and I just want to let everybody know on Arsenal Inside Out Facebook page, for the rest of the video, we'll be only exclusively on YouTube, so come join us for the rest of the video there. Thank you. And Hussam and Alan, you guys actually have similar score. I'll let Alan go first. Alan, do you want to explain why you went with your score?
Yep, I went 2-2. Both teams, I think Newcastle will have a lot more joy against Leeds because they're open, and I think Leeds will have a bit more of a clinical edge, so that's why they'll get, I think it'll just be a high-scoring draw.
There you go. My guy coming in making fun of Spurs. That's kind of harsh. Okay, Hussam,
I expect it on an Arsenal channel. I expect it.
Newcastle Leeds, I agree with a lot of what Alan's saying. I think it's fair to say both teams haven't really found their feet yet. Newcastle's decision-making in the final third against United was so disappointing. They literally could have been 3-4-0 up in that first half, but they literally just made wrong decision after wrong decision. Obviously, Leeds are a way easier opposition to play against than Man United. but I still don't think Newcastle are good enough to win this game. So I'm just going for a draw. And at the same time, I don't think Leeds are good enough to win because they haven't really found their feet per se this season. So I'm just going for a draw. I went for 2-2 because I predicted to be high scoring because it's Leeds United. However, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends in a 1-1 or possibly a 0-0. But however, I'm going for 2-2.
Okay, there you go. And then Mo, you already went, of course.
Yeah.
There you go. Watford. What's wrong with me? Wolves. Wolverhampton.
Igal, are you okay, bro?
I'm not okay. Wolves versus Brentford. Did they play Watford last week or am I tripping? No, they played Brighton. What the hell am I talking about? Okay, so there you go.
Igal, are you okay? Take a break. Let's just take a break. Cut. Go drink water, relax, just breathe.
Okay, yeah. So you
are
guys
you
go
okay,
ahead.
Akhi? What's happening?
Okay, so in this situation, Alan, who are you going for?
I've gone 2-0 Wolves. Now they've got their first win. I think they're just going to have too much for Brentford. I think Brentford started well against some minuscule team in London, beating them 2-0. But I think they're starting to come off the rails a bit. So I think it'll be a nice, easy win for Wolves.
My guy with the super sticker. Big up to you, Ori. Ori has not been around lately, but I appreciate Ori, man. I hope you're well, man. I know you're going through some struggles. I appreciate you, man. Thanks, man. Ori, one of the OGs for the channel. Hope he says, Egal, hope you're beautiful. What? Hey, Egal, hope you're beautiful. Hope you're doing well with your page, brother. You deserve all the love and success. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Big up to everybody watching. They're saying, okay, so let's continue. Wolves, you went with 2-0. Hussam, you have a similar score to me for once. We both have a similar score.
Oh, that's a problem for
and
me.
Guess what? Patrick also has the same score as you. So I went with 2-1. Patrick went with 2-1. You went with 2-1. Tell us why you went with 2-1.
Wolves are too strong for Brentford, in my opinion. And they actually scored, I think, twice in their last game in the Premier League. So they're finally, getting everything sorted in terms of the front line because they were creating so much in those first 3 games but couldn't score. I think now with Hwang coming in from Salzburg, he was part of that famous front 3 with him, Minamino and Haaland. Now they're all gone. With Hwang, I think he actually could change the dynamic a bit for Leeds because he is way more clinical in front of goal than any of them. With Brentford, look, I'm sorry to burst the bubble, but their win against Arsenal is like just for a while. I think it's going to be their iconic moment this season. But after that, I don't think they have what it takes to really stay in this league, if I'm being completely honest. So
6-0,
I'm going Wolves. Wow, 6-0. Fucking hell, Sean. Damn. I'm going 2-1 to Wolves. 2-1. Tight game. Ivan Toney scores. However, 2-1 is my final.
Okay. And Mojo, I don't know if this is good luck or bad luck, but Neeks tends to get things right, and he's going with you with a 1-0. What do you got to say about that?
Yeah, man. I think as much Brentford has not really kicked on since that first victory that they had. And they have still been defensively very solid, in my opinion. They haven't conceded many goals. And I think it'll be a very good match for Wolverhampton to kind of see how they do. And I still feel like Wolverhampton will be the one that is more experienced and with the better players that can actually pull victories. So I'm going with a Wolverhampton 1-0 win. But I wouldn't be too surprised if this game also ends in a stalemate as well and there is no goals, because I do think both teams can be defensively very, very, very strong. And we'll see what happens. But I'm going with Wolves.
Okay, so the next game is actually the game of the Saturday night or the Saturday evening or the 3:00 kickoff, whatever time the actual game is. It's the game that everybody wants to know what's going on. It's the game that everyone's going to be looking forward to.
Burnley Arsenal. And
I'll be doing a preview tomorrow for Burnley Arsenal, so stay tuned for that. Check that out. I'll be doing this tomorrow at the same time, so get ready for that. Throw in your predictions for Burnley Arsenal. Guys, let's build this up. Burnley beat us last year. Burnley piped us at home and away. And at away, I think we drew, or did we lose?
You drew.
We drew. So they picked up 4 points off us last year. Before that, we have a good record against Burnley, But yeah, we do have a terrible record when it comes to conceding goals from headers this season so far. Mm-hmm. What do you think is going to happen in this game? Hussam, I'll let you go first because you seem to be ready to go.
Listen, I might want to change my score. I have no, like, it's just one of them ones, because I backed Arsenal for 3 game weeks in a row and they let me down. And I feel like just by giving Arsenal a draw in this game, I am still backing them to an extent. However, I still think a draw is probably the most likely result. Arsenal, in my opinion,
but you hate Burnley.
What's up?
You hate Burnley. You want them to get relegated, and you're
bro. You know how badly I want Burnley relegated. I will want Arsenal to win, but I don't think they're gonna deliver, bro. And Sean Dyche just signed a new contract as well, so everyone's just excited about that. And the Burnley ends, which makes our life miserable as Premier League fans. I just don't know, man. I've backed Arsenal way too much, and they've let me down. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna back them. I'm just gonna say 1-1. I think this game ends in a draw. Possibly could end 2-2 as well. I don't think Arsenal has the minerals to take on Burnley and win. Still, they're not ready for that at all. So, you know, I'm just going for a Burnley 1, Arsenal 1.
Wow, the mighty Arsenal have fallen.
And just to let you know, I heard that. Okay, stop it. You're not an elite club in the Premier League until you win 10 league titles. So don't talk. Next,
okay.
Let's continue. Now. Going to I don't know where that came from anyways. You're just throwing comments in. Very flustered right now. Neeks went with the same scoreline as you, Hussam.
Interesting.
So that means you might be onto something. Mo, what'd you go with?
I mean, you'd be shocked, man. I mean, I might have thrown a dig there, but that was based on the fact that man's telling you that Burnley is too strong for Arsenal and they got the mirrors. But hey, you want to have a go at me? It's fair enough. I'm saying an Arsenal 2-1 win, actually. And I do feel like Arsenal will get a result here. And to be honest, I do feel like this is now the moment where Arsenal need to start building up some sort of momentum. And honestly, I just hate Burnley, bro. I can't back them even if I want to and say, like, yeah, I'd love to see Arsenal lose. I'm still going to back Arsenal in this one and just say, you know what, Arsenal, please just give me 3 points, win 2-1, and I'll be a very happy guy. And then we can go our business as usual.
Okay, people shouting out everybody. Uncle Mo's getting shout outs. My guy from Jordan's getting shout outs. Where's the Alan shout out, guys? Come on.
I'm a Spurs fan. I ain't getting anything on here.
Okay, Alan.
Just abuse.
Alan, you picked us to win also, didn't you?
I did. So I know
Alan.
This is one of the games,
bro.
This is one of the games that I see Arsenal winning to get like your 10 or 12 points out of 15. You normally concede against Burnley. So I think you will concede. And then I just think you'll have too much for him. I think you'll expose them. Your team, after winning, are going to be on a high. Shout out to Renz. Thanks. So, yeah, I just think it's going to be a 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay, I also think it's 2-1. But guess what, guys? Patrick has to be different. He went with 2-0 Burnley.
Of course he did.
Wow.
He's a nutter. But I love Patrick. Big up to Patrick. Okay.
If it makes you feel better, he predicted Burnley to beat us as well. So, you know, it could be Patrick's act again.
Let's see what he did for Crystal Palace Liverpool. He went with 3-0 Liverpool for this Crystal Palace Liverpool game. I went with 3-0 Liverpool. Hussam, you went with 3-0 Liverpool. Alan went with 3-0 Liverpool. We all went with 3-0. Do we all just think Liverpool's too strong for Crystal Palace and they're just going to pipe them 3-0? Neeks also went with 3-0. The only person who went with a different scoreline is Mo.
Yeah, I predicted Liverpool to lose. Now I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm expecting Liverpool to win, guys. I feel like they'll win 2-0. I think they've come from obviously midweek game. I'd like to see how that affects them, if I'm honest with you guys. But I do generally feel like also Crystal Palace showed quite a bit of promise against Spurs last weekend. And it'll be interesting to see if there's anything they can offer in this game. I still expect them to lose regardless. And I expect Liverpool to keep a clean sheet. But I'm just going with a 2-0 win rather than a 3-0 whitewash.
It's because we offered nothing in that game. So Palace deservedly slaps us about. So I think Liverpool aren't going to give them nowhere near the respect, not even respect. We were awful. And Liverpool aren't going to be like that. So that's why I think Liverpool are just going to give them a whooping.
There you go. What about you, Hussam, as a resident Liverpool fan? What's going to happen?
Yes. Crystal Palace is one of those games similar to Burnley to an extent. We're like, ooh, Palace might cause something. Ooh, Burnley might cause something. And then they end up getting pammed. It's going to be the same this week. I think Palace, with all due respect to Alan, even though he always backs United, but anyway, with all due respect to Alan, we are not Tottenham Hotspur, so we are not in a position where we need to rebuild and all that shit, and we have a new manager. Our team is set in stone. Our starting 11 is ready. Our manager already knows everything he wants to do. So, considering everything I've just said so far, and the fact Crystal Palace have just had their first win of the season against Spurs, yeah, obviously it's going to give them momentum and all that stuff, but they're coming to Anfield, guys. They're coming to Anfield, packed Anfield, no COVID Anfield, and my manager does not have to beg fans to come to the stadium. So I think this game is going to be 3-0 to Liverpool, and we're actually just going to destroy them. That's my honest opinion. I think Palace would be lucky to score one. Maybe if Edward scores one, then fair enough. But besides that, I don't see them scoring. We're going to deal with them with ease.
There you go. Enough said. And we're just going to keep it moving because there's not really much to be said. People are saying Gallagher, 2 goals and assists in 3 games. That is impressive, honestly. Palace have done some good recruitment. You got to give them up. If we're going to say anything about Palace, they've had some good recruitment. And you know what? Patrick Vieira, after beating Spurs, now it looks like he might be the right man for the job. After just 1 game, look how quick it can change your opinion, right? Man City, Southampton, the game that Pep Guardiola was saying, you know what, fans, we need you guys to show up in your numbers. We need your support. It's going to be a tough game after a midweek game. All this, that. Is it embarrassing to be asking your fans to show up to a Premier League game?
Especially when you're meant to be one of the big 6. That's embarrassing. It is
embarrassing.
Man City. You have the die-hard Man City fans that have been there through thick and thin, but when that stadium is full to capacity, most of them are plastic fans. It's as simple as that.
Fact.
Mo.
Bro, Igalo, we cannot say, we can't even try to sit on the fence. We can't even try to be nice. When a manager comes on after a game and literally says, I beg you to come and watch the game on Saturday, he used the excuse, we're going to be tired and Southampton are a good team, when we all know they're going to pam Southampton. So let's not even try to go there. Pep Guardiola is indirectly saying our fans are shit. Their attendance, their support is not good enough. And that's why, it is embarrassing. Obviously we have all 4 of us are quite old. We're not younger generation. I'd say this is probably the first time, if I'm not mistaken, I've heard the manager actually ask people to come to the stadium. I can't even remember one time in the past that this has actually happened, to be honest.
Well, no, the closest you got to it was Delia when she was hammered, asking Norwich fans, where are you and all that. But
yeah, but that was an embarrassing moment as well, to be honest.
Mo, I see you're quiet. Is it like that at Chelsea? Is there empty seats?
Look at this guy. The audacity. The audacity. We ain't got an issue with fans, man. I'll be honest. And as crazy as this is going to sound, I don't really care what the manager says, man. If he wants to ask for fans to come and give them more support, it is what it is. You guys can say what you like about them. But guys, what matters is what they do on the pitch. And on the pitch, this team is competing. This team has been dominant for years. And if you guys want to have a shot at the fact that this is something that they obviously shouldn't be doing, and I say have at it, man. Go do what you got to do. I'm not anywhere near going to go somewhere where I'm going to be very judgmental.
Okay, so
Oil Club showing Oil Club sympathy. That's exactly what's happening right now.
What's your score, Mo?
What am I showing?
What's your score?
Oil Club showing Oil Club sympathy. That's basically what he's doing.
Yeah, they're oil boys. Don't forget that.
Mojo, as much as Chelsea is sort of similar, I have never seen a Chelsea manager go please come to Stamford Bridge. Please come to Stamford Bridge on Saturday. You have to say it as it is, Mojo. This is embarrassing. It's actually embarrassing. He's a Premier League manager of a team that has a starting 11 of stars and has to sit there in a press conference and go please come to the stadium on Saturday.
And you're being sarcastic.
If that's what you want to do, bro, you go do it. And I'm just not that guy. It's not really my cup of tea for me to do this, because at the end of the day, I'd rather beat them on the pitch. I'd rather stop their dominance. That's what I really care about. If you guys want to have a go about, fans this and fans that, I'm they're not really going to win this story, because even if they do fill that stadium, you guys are going to call them plastic. So what's the point? You can never please rival fans. They're always going to have something to say. So to me, I'm it's a losing battle. There's literally no point in saying a damn thing. What I will say, though, is if they want to properly address this type of problem, then make tickets cheaper. Make it so that it's more accessible to more fans.
Oh, it's $12.50.
Say again?
The ticket was $12.50.
I'm not talking about that game.
Yeah, for that game. The cheapest tickets for that game was £12.50.
For this weekend's game.
The Champions League game, £12.
Oh, are you not listening to me? Igal, I'm saying to you, like Premier League, home games.
Premier League is probably more expensive.
This is a problem in this league, bro. And that's what I'm saying. If these clubs or any club has an issue with it, the way you address it is you go against what you're trying to do. Because at the end of the day, let's be honest, that match earning from tickets is really not a priority for the owners of this club.
Hold on, very quickly. I think you'll find probably home tickets for Spurs are probably one of the most expensive in the league, and we always have a full stadium.
No, it's actually Arsenal.
Or second, but that's it. We're glutton for punishment. Our fans, literally, we'll go all the time. Yeah, but our stadiums are always filled. Although Arsenal are always quiet because it's like a library there.
It's a team that didn't really grow organically. Do you get what I mean? And if you don't grow organically, this is what happens. You're not going to fill your stadium because you've expanded a stadium before the demand was there for it, and that's why.
So guys, let's be honest. We all think City's going to win. Let me just say that
2-0 City. Oh, that's what I put down.
Let's just put down the score lines. I'm saying 3-1. What are you guys saying?
2-0 City for me.
Who's Sam?
Southampton are going to hold 4, possibly 5. I was just thinking whether 4 or 5, and because I respect Southampton a bit, I just gave them 4. So
just
this is going to be annihilation. Don't listen to Pep Guardiola. When he says, oh, we're going to be tired, it's going to be tough. Shut up, Pep. No one buys that. No one buys. I swear, no one buys that at all. Igal is just like, okay, ask the fans to come to the stadium what Mojo said. Okay, I'm not even going to say anything. But then you can't come and tell me, oh, we're going to be tired. Southampton are good, bro. Just shut the hell up, bro. Like, no one believes that shit. No one believes that shit.
Once again, you've copied Patrick's thing. He's also gone 4-0.
Where we listen, first and second. So,
There you go. Alan.
I went 3-0 City. I just don't think they'll get hit as hard as Hussam reckons. But, yeah, 3-0.
There you go. And Neeks went with 2-1. So maybe Neeks knows something we don't know. But yeah, this was a mad one. 3-2 Crystal Palace, Liverpool. What? Crazy.
Palace are not AC Milan. Relax, Habibi. Relax.
Okay. Norwich, Watford. Let's just go through this one quick. I'm just going to let you guys know. Patrick went with 1-1. Neeks went with 2-2. I went with 1-1. What are you saying, Hussam?
I went 2-1 to Watford. I think this is the worst Norwich we've ever seen in the history of the Premier League. No, I'm being dead ass here. I think every version of Norwich has been better than this one. I'm going. Norwich are so gonna get relegated. Like there's no hope for them. I'm going Watford win. Watford 2-1 win against Norwich.
Alan,
I've got the same for pretty much the same reasons. Norwich I think are awful. Watford are slightly better and will eke out 2-1 win.
There you go. Someone's playing with a pen. It's really annoying. Next, we got Mojo.
Yeah, man. I'm just gonna say for what it is, man. And I'm gonna go tactical on this one. I didn't really care who the hell wins, and I went with a Norwich 1-0 win, and I'm hoping it pays off.
Yeah. So we got somebody here saying 2-0 Norwich. And guys, is it just going over our head that Mojo just listened to everything we said and just said, you know what, F you guys, I'm going with Norwich. I'm going for the 3 points.
This is exactly why people had one less week than him, and he's still below them in the table. This is
okay.
He's
saying your thing. It's cool. I am below you. I'll keep my mouth shut.
He picked Leeds last week. You remember? Last week he picked Leeds.
He's going for the 3 points, but that's on one result, only 1-1-0 result. I mean, if Norwich draw or lose like they're expected to, you get nothing when everyone else gains points. So that's
exactly that, and that I'm fine with that, man.
Okay, fair enough.
Sometimes even if you want to play it tactically, you don't go 1-0 because Norwich always concede. So we go 2-1 or something. But whatever.
Okay. Alan, I'll let you go first. Aston Villa, the irrelevant Aston Villa that everyone was saying, oh, Aston Villa, they're amazing.
So salty, bro.
What? I thought Aston Villa don't trigger you, bro, but clearly they trigger you, bro.
Bro, this shit. Listen, what do you? I'm saying Everton are gonna pipe them 2-1. I know that 2-1's not a piping, but yeah.
No, it's not piping.
And then Patrick also went with 2-1. Neeks went with 2-2. Alan, what'd you go with?
I went with 2-2 as well. For me, I think it's Villa-Everton's the most drawn fixture in the Premier League, or like in the top league, if I remember rightly. So I just think Everton are good, doing well this season. I think Villa can pull out results as well because they done although they lost to Chelsea, they caused them all sorts of problems and could have scored on another day. So I think it'll be a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, anyone who's joining us, give us your predictions for the games. Put them in the comment section right now. Let us know what you want, what you think the game score is going to be also, so we can go around. Hussam, you look like you've seen a ghost. Are you there, brother? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm just watching the highlights from the random Spurs game. You know,
Man was like this.
Yeah, because I'm still shocked that Spurs couldn't beat them. But anyway, we move.
Yeah, Rennes beat us in the Europa League. Remember? They had Mendy as goalkeeper. They're a good team.
They had Mendy. They no longer have Mendy. Anyway, with Aston Villa, Everton, I think Everton are going to continue in their winning ways. Aston Villa, I actually think Dean Smith could be the first manager to get sacked this season, because it is very underwhelming right now at Aston Villa. And I suggest maybe Steven Gerrard coming in for him, but that's a different topic for a different day. I think Everton win this game 2-1.
Coming to Liverpool, man.
No, listen. It's Aston Villa. They're not our rivals, so he can manage them. It's okay. Did you feel bad when Patrick Vieira went to Crystal Palace?
No, I liked it.
Yeah, same. I would like it as well, and I would want him to succeed, except in the 2 games against us. That's it. But with Everton against Villa, like I said, I think Everton are going to continue in their winning ways, playing well under that manager who I shall not mention. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Everton.
Mo?
And yeah, man, I went with an Everton win. And at the moment, I'm not entirely sure what's going on this Villa team, but they seem like they still are trying to get into gear for the season. They feel like a team that's still in preseason, if I'm honest with you. It seems like there's a lot of injuries and a lot of changing around in this team that keeps happening. And I think that's probably what's affecting them the most, because I'm not starting to see even a starting 11 that is starting to make me think here's what they're going with. But I do feel like in our game against them, they showed a very good first half, in my opinion. And I feel like that's a performance that they can build on. But my worry with Everton is that they've got a solidly defensive manager that is very pragmatic and knows how to get results. And we saw that against Burnley on Monday. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the same thing again, where they go on the counter and they beat Villa 2-1.
Yeah, and people, hit the like button, guys. Don't make me have to sick Hussam on you, because last time
Put me full screen.
71 people, bro.
He's ready.
Put me full screen. Listen, people. Listen, let me explain something to you. 4 people are taking time off their day, our very busy lives we have, to come here live, give you incredible entertainment. Mojo is predicting a Norwich win for you guys. Is that not enough entertainment? Likes are free. Everyone smash the like button. Don't just press it. Everyone in the comment section right now, smash the like button, smash it, and subscribe to Igal's channel if you are yet to do so. Where else are you going to get this class A entertainment on YouTube? So like, subscribe, smash those buttons right now. Done.
That was very well done. Passionate.
Oh,
I liked it. I mean, I'm going to give you a clap on that one. That was really well done.
Drop kick that shit. I don't care.
And almost pulled a hamstring there. God.
Listen. That's what you gotta do. You know when they say like this thing, drop kick that shit. Anyways, let's get this show going. And yo, guys, if you want to find Hussam's channel, it's also in the comment section. It's in the description below. So just go in there, find his thing, like his thing, and after this video, go watch his video. He's gonna be doing on his channel later today. If you guys don't know that, right? We grow everybody here. Everyone's Twitter is here. Alan's Twitter is underneath. Mojo's Twitter is underneath. They do Twitter spaces. You can join them there too. Let's support everybody. But yeah, enough about that. Also, Patrick and Neeks' stuff's there too. So don't forget about them. Let's go. Brighton. Brighton, Leicester. Let me just mention Patrick's prediction. Patrick went with 3-1 Leicester. And Neeks went with 1-1 Leicester Brighton. And I personally forgot what I went with. I went with 2-0 Leicester. The reason why I went with 2-0 Leicester have a situation whenever they play Brighton, it's a tight game. And they tend to either nick a win or they go and it's a crazy game where it's like very tight. And then you never see Brighton actually come up top unless there's a major injury or something else that's happened in the past. So right now I've gone with Leicester. This is one game that I looked at very meticulously to do my predictions because I'm trying to catch up in my points. So I've gone with 2-0 Leicester win. What are you guys saying?
Completely agreed. 2-1 win as well for Leicester. Brighton XG Kings, however, they won't. I don't think they don't have enough for Leicester, to be honest. So I'm just going Leicester 2-1 win for in this game.
2-1. What about you, Alan?
Same 2-1 Leicester. I think Brighton started well, but I think they're starting to slow down a bit. I think they're always good for a goal, but I see Leicester picking up a win here.
Is everyone noticing Alan's tactic? Let me just copy the leader's predictions and hope for 3, 4, 5 points for
I
them.
think
He put in his predictions before you.
Oh, there we go, Hussam.
More.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I went with a 2-2 draw. I think these are both good teams. I do feel like Leicester, for me, have been very suspect, and I understand as to why people are saying they've been suspect, bro. There are certain individuals. I'm not gonna name names. Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna name a name. Suyunchu, bro. What the hell are you doing this season? Because I'm shocked. And there's a way in this team that can be beaten. In my opinion, a team that's defensively solid, a team that knows how to play ball, a team that knows how to beat the press, a team that knows how to get goals. And people might be underestimating Brighton as much as they are not easy on the eye all the flipping time in terms of scoring. What they have done so far is played 4 games and gotten 9 points, and I wouldn't be surprised to get them another point here. So I'm going with a 2-2 draw. It's going to be a dramatic game, and I'm looking forward to watching it, to be honest with you lot.
Wow, the way he sold that, he could. I'm surprised.
It's a Super Sunday, bro. Let's say it. Now play.
There you go. Okay, let's go to the West Ham Man United game. This game is one of the games that had an asterisk because they weren't sure if it was going to be played on the Sunday or if they're going to move it to the Monday. But they kept it on the Sunday. Manchester United got Cristiano Ronaldo. They just lost to Young Boys. We can touch on the Young Boys loss also. I'm going to start with Hussam. Hussam, are you picking Manchester United to win?
Yeah, and I'm picking Man United to win because last week Michael Antonio had a madness, had a howler, and got sent off, which means he's not available for today's game. So as much as I want to, for United game. So as much as I want to go for a West Ham win, I unfortunately can't just because Antonio is not there. However, I'm going for a very tight 2-1 Man United win. That's my honest prediction. However, Man United's loss against BSC Young Boys is the most embarrassing loss an English team has ever faced in the Champions League. Like, it's up there with the most embarrassing losses I've ever seen. The fact that BSC Young Boys has had 1 win in Champions League history, and Man United went there with Ronaldo, Bruno, Pogba, Maguire, Varane, and handed them their 2nd win in the Champions League. There were 7 players in that Young Boys team who have not played a single minute in the Champions League, and then you go and lose to them. I have to say, big up Lingard's assist, absolutely phenomenal assist. That was Iniesta-esque, that assist from Lingard for the Young Boys winner. And Ollie's at the wheel, so it feels amazing. Just listen to the lyrics of Ollie's at the wheel. They ask you at the end, Ollie's at the wheel, tell me how good does it feel? It feels amazing. That's the answer, because I love it. I love the fact that Ollie's their manager and they're going nowhere fast. The Premier League is very nice to them with an incredible, easy start to the Premier League, but as soon as this ends and the tough fixtures start to start for them, it's going to be curtains for Man United. However, I am going for United 2-1 win because of no Antonio, unfortunately.
There you go. I would go to Mojo next. Mojo, what are you saying?
And man, I'm going for an upset here, guys. I think West Ham can actually do this one. And Man United, as much as they're very impressive at Old Trafford, I am praying that I am correct on this one. But West Ham, for me, are a team that when the big games sort of kind of come around, they know how to cause upsets. They play, I feel, like a style that, honestly speaking, can actually hurt Manchester United Football Club. And I do feel like it will happen. So I'm not going to say it's going to be like a crazy result. I just feel like it's going to be a tight game. But I do feel like West Ham are going to be the ones that win it. And I'm going with a 2-1 West Ham win.
There you go. Man has Ollie at the Ferris wheel, 100%. Young Boys wanted Lingard statues at Switzerland. Unfortunately, West Ham won't win. Elbow cough. Okay. Anyways, the guy went. Listen, Patrick went with Manchester United to lose, 2-1. Also, you had Neeks who went with 3-1. I went with 3-1. Alan, what'd you go with?
I've got to stop doing my predictions first because Hussam yet again has got another result the same as me, 2-1 United. I think without Antonio, they're not going to be as lethal up front. I think Man United have to bounce back after the Young Boys' performance. So that's why I believe they're legit. I think it'll be close still. Man United, just because I haven't got Antonio doesn't mean West Ham are going to get piped. I think it'll be very hard, but it'll be a 2-1 United.
Okay, and the second game of the week after Burnley Arsenal is Spurs Chelsea. The second biggest game of the weekend. The game that will captivate the eyes, that has less world-class players in that game, obviously. But of course, this is the game that more people might be tuning into. But majority of people will be watching the Arsenal-Burnley game. Don't let them fool you. Once they're done with that, on the Sunday, they will get their second appetizer, which is Spurs versus Chelsea, a team in which is on the rise, that has just won the Champions League, to a team that is on the decline and has sacked two managers that are overrated, in my opinion, currently. And you know what? They got another manager who's very good and up and coming. So Nuno, he's a good manager. I'm not gonna lie. I think he is a decent manager. But yeah, as I said, Arsenal on the incline, Spurs are on the decline. We're witnessing right in front of our eyes. Let's go. What are we saying, Alan? What's your prediction for this game?
I was originally going to go for a 3-0 to Chelsea, but I couldn't go too bad, so I toned it down to a 2-0 to Chelsea. They're just playing really well at the moment, sometimes not getting out of second or third gear. We are absolutely awful. I just think it's going to be a really poor performance, and I just see Chelsea, doing us with ease, to be fair. Although I went 2-0, I can see it easily being 3, maybe 4-0, because we are just awful at the moment. So Nuno hasn't got a clue. We've got Son out, but problems in defence that weren't addressed. So you probably might have Romero and Sanchez never played together. And if we can block the middle of the pitch off and stop the ball being fed into Lukaku, we have half a chance. But if we don't, Lukaku's just going to bully that back line all game.
Okay. So Alan has gone with 2-0. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I've gone with 1-0 Chelsea personally. I feel like Chelsea Spurs games at the whenever Chelsea visit Tottenham, it's a tight game, and you just see that the two teams cancel each other out and one team ends up nicking the win. And this time, I think Chelsea's going to have too much and they're going to nick the win because they now have Lukaku, and Lukaku is a clinical finisher in the sense that he gets one chance in midweek in the Champions League game and they score, where before they would need 5 to 6 chances to even get one goal. So based on that, I'll give Chelsea the edge, and I think Chelsea are just going to win the game 1-0. But now I'm going to throw it over to Hussam, because Hussam's scoreline is the exact same as Neek's and Patrick's, just to let you know. Hussam, what are you going with?
I'm going for Chelsea 2-1 win. I don't think it'll be as bad as people expect, because Spurs, listen, at the end of the day, before Tanganga got sent off, they were at least solid at the back. So I don't think it's going to be that easy for Chelsea to score, even though they have Lukaku. I think this game, because it's a derby, is going to be tight. I expect Son scores first and Spurs go 1-0 up. However, after that, Chelsea come back and win by 2-1, and Lukaku keeps scoring goals in our league. However, it's not a big game goal anymore. So, it's just whatever. It's just, I think Chelsea win this game by 2-1.
Hussam, did you look in the group chat and wait until everybody submitted their things to see who went with the most of each one?
No, I didn't.
I
I predicted different results for a lot of games. The City one I have 4-0, the Liverpool one I have 3-0, which we all agree on. I have a few different results. I was the only one who went for 1-1 Arsenal Burnley. So it's not all the same.
Hussam, the Alan and you got the Leeds result exactly the same. Watford, Wolves, Brentford, everyone pretty much had 2-1. Arsenal, you're the only one that went with 1-1 besides Neeks. And Neeks just submitted his a couple hours before yours. 3-0 Crystal Palace, Liverpool, everyone did that. 4-0 Southampton was Man City. Was you 4-0 Man City against Southampton was for you and Patrick, both went with the same. 2-1 for Watford and Watford Norwich. A lot of people picked Watford 2-1. Also, Everton 2-1. A lot of people picked that. Leicester 2-1 versus Brighton. A lot of people picked that also. When it comes to Man United, West Ham 2-1 was a very popular decision. And now the first most popular decision, you literally have every single decision that you've done, other people have also picked that also. So no matter what.
No, but it's the same for everyone. No one has gone for any unique scoreline except Mojo.
Either you're really going to do really well, or if you do bad, you take everyone down with you.
Yeah.
How's it my fault?
So Hussam started a week early and had a really big lead, and me and Nick's bet into that, and then he submitted his last, and he's copied quite a few of mine. So I think it's like strategic. So he's trying to keep ahead.
No. I don't do strategy. I just go based on instinct. Just
to go back to
Let me just show everyone what I'm talking about, just so the people at home who can't see it.
I see Hussam. Look at him leaning back. He's getting nervous now.
I see what you're trying to do, but Hussam is in first place. So, whatever you say.
Strategic. You start.
Igal, they had 1 week without you, and you're literally 7 points behind them, which is embarrassing. So I wouldn't show the scoreline if I were you. That's all I'm going to say.
He's about to go. He's going for it.
I'm showing it. I don't care.
To be fair, he showed it at the beginning, so
I don't care. I showed it at the beginning too. What I'm going to show right now is, where is it? Which one is it? I can't see. That's it? Okay. So this is the predictions for the whole show and everything that we've done. As you guys can see there, Chelsea. I went with 2-1. Pat went with 2-1. No, I went with 1-0. Pat went with 2-1 for Chelsea. Hussam went with 2-1 for Chelsea. Then you go to Hussam's West Ham Man United decision was the same as Alan's. You go to Brighton Leicester, pretty much the same as Alan's. Then you go to Everton Aston Villa, the same as Patrick and who else? And myself. You go to Watford, the Watford 2-1, pretty much the same as Alan's.
No, but there are other similar results, Igal. Look at Burnley Arsenal, for example. There is 1, 2, 3 of you who went for 2-1 to Arsenal, which I did not do. The Southampton one, I was the only one who went 4-0 as well, I think. No, okay, one guy did it with me. Norwich Watford, look, 1-1, 1-1, and the rest is different. So there's similar results in all of them, bro, because this week there isn't going to be any crazy freak things that happen. Like, I don't think so anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, we're gonna go. I support Arsenal. My guy Alan supports Spurs. You got Mojo supports Chelsea. Hussam supports Liverpool. That's who everyone supports. And Mo, what was your prediction for the Chelsea game? Just quickly.
Bro, I went with 3-0 Chelsea, man. I think we're going to go there and we're going to get a good result. And I feel like we're hungry for it. We've had a longer rest than them. We've got better players than them. We've got a better manager than them. I mean, I can carry on, but hey, I just think we're going to actually go there, smash them, and hopefully give them a reality check to actually do better. Because if that midfield that I saw last week start again, we're having them for breakfast.
Okay. And then
quickly go back to Hussam's thing. Hussam has said about our defense look thingy. That's correct, but at the moment, the only player that's played any good that's going to be available is Reguilon, who's been okay. Ben Davies come on and cost us a penalty and it's never been well. You've got Dyer out with injury. You've got Tanganga suspended. Then you've got Romero and Sanchez, who haven't played together. Sanchez is costly to be, most of the time anyway. You've got Rodgers come in, who does okay. Emerson Royal, who played his first game, who didn't look all that, but it'll probably take time to get used to the Premier League. And you've got Doherty, who's never really performed for Spurs. That defence is shocking, to say the least. So we're going to get absolutely piped by Chelsea. I really do think it.
Wow. Okay, Hussam, hearing that, you surely can't give Spurs a chance.
No, I do give them a chance. I was tempted to go for a Spurs win, to be honest, because it's the most Spurs thing to do, to lose to Palace and then beat Chelsea. And Alan, I think, will testify to this, because Spurs just have crazy freak results every now and then. Alan, it happens. You lose to a shit team and then go and beat a strong team.
Very rare it happens to Chelsea. Very rare it will happen against Chelsea.
I understand, and that's why I didn't go for a Spurs win. However, if it happens, I wouldn't be shocked, honestly speaking. Spurs could easily shithouse a 1-0, but I am going for a Chelsea win just because of the talent they have.
What have you been smoking, Hussam? I want some of that.
All right, let's dead it from here. Game. We'll see where we are after this week's predictions. Thank you, Hussam. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Mo. My guy, big up to everybody. I see that you're number one. You're not going to be number one for long because either Patrick's going to overtake you or Mo's ridiculous results all go down and he catches up to everybody. But yeah, I see what you're doing, Mo. You're trying to keep it different so you can catch up, but it's actually putting you lower and lower. By this week, I'll be ahead of you.
Well,
what?
There's one result he's going to get right.
I got to take a risk, man. And if I don't take the risks, then it's boring, isn't it?
Yeah,
There you
he's
go.
going to get the Chelsea
Guys,
result.
I'll be back tomorrow with my weekly wrap up and preview for the game. Big up to everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and you already know what it is. We're out, people. Peace. What's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen.